Welcome to Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners tonight play the middle game of the three-game series from Fenway Park. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, tonight, the Red Sox sends Josh Beckett to the mound. He has truly been amazing, and when he is on, is one of the most dominant pitchers in all the majors. And this season, he's been on all year, very much in the zone, and especially against the Tampa Bay Rays last time out. He was incredible again against the Rays. It was the second time this season that Beckett allowed only one hit to the Rays. His first start, he tossed a complete game, one-hit shutout. This time, he lasted 8 full innings. It was also the fourth time this season he did not allow a walk in a game. He did so while striking out a total of 6 batters. Beckett finished his outing with a strikeout. It was the 22nd straight that he had retired, and yet another victory for him, 106 pitches in that outing against the Rays. We welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, last night the Red Sox exploding big time in the 7th inning. That's kind of been a recurring theme.
It has been. It's happened to the Red Sox a number of times this year where they've had a good starting pitching performance against them, but they're never out of a ball game. And it seems like the magic number for them has been the 7th inning so far this season. The numbers are absolutely incredible. A .320 batting average, 90 runs. They've outscored their opponents 90-32 in the 7th inning this year. 19 home runs, a 395 on-base percentage, and 10 innings with 3 or more runs. It just proves that the Red Sox offense is spectacular. And, you know, if they don't get the starting pitcher out of the ball game, they're taking advantage of getting into those bullpens a little bit early, and they are messing up those bullpens for the opposition. So this Red Sox offense really never out of a ball game, doing a lot of scoring early in games and a lot of scoring late in games.
They'll try to continue that tonight in the middle game of this 3-game series. We're back with more on another hot night in Boston after this. The 3-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox. And welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. The Seattle Mariners are here for Game 2. And over the last 11 years, one of the most exciting players in all the game has been Ichiro Suzuki, and also one of the game's most consistent players until this year. The Seattle Mariners have really struggled, and so is Ichiro. It's amazing how the numbers are down so far for one of the best hitters ever. Coming into the season, Ichiro has never had a season in which he finished under 300. His current average of 267 leaves him 36 points below his career low, which was back in 2005, and 60 points under his career average of 327. His current pace, Ichiro would finish with just 179 hits. It'd be the first time in his 11-year career finishing with fewer than 200 hits. His streak of 10 straight 200-hit seasons is a major league record. with more on what has been really a stunning event in Ichiro's numbers so far this season. With more, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Don, the Mariners offense as a whole had struggled this season, scoring just 323 runs. Compare that with Boston, who scored 526 runs this season, more than 200 more. But as you just mentioned, Ichiro Suzuki is having a career worst year. I asked his manager, Eric Wedge, what he thinks the problem is.
Well, you know what? It's a different approach with Ichi, and it's hard to critique him just because it is such a different approach. But what we've seen this year is he just hadn't been finding those holes as much as we've seen him doing in the past, and ball hasn't been coming off quite as consistently as we've seen him in the past. But he hasn't given in to it. He prepares well. He understands what he needs to do to be successful. So we keep sending him out there, and hopefully he'll get hot for us here at the end.
As you mentioned, Suzuki is hitting 60 points below his career average this year. And Wedge admitted that he thinks the struggles of the rest of the offense is having an effect on Suzuki. He said he definitely wholeheartedly believes that hitters feed off each other, and right now there's just not much to feed off of. Don?
Thanks, Heidi. 2 home runs for Jacoby Ellsbury in the final game of the series against the Orioles. And last night in Game 1 of the series against the Mariners, he goes deep again, his 16th of the year. He's leading off for the Red Sox in Game 2 of the series. And we come back to Fenway Park with the first pitch next. Fidelity, AT&T, Sullivan Tire, and by Southwest Airlines. Well, another beautiful night from Fenway Park. It is not quite as hot as last night, but still on the steamy side as the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners get ready for Game 2 of the series. The Red Sox have taken the field, so let's check out the visiting Seattle Mariners starting 9. Ichiro at the top of the order in right field. Brennan Ryan at shortstop bats second, with Dustin Ackley at second base. He bats third. Justin Smoke moving up into the cleanup spot at first base. Adam Kennedy at third base, with Mike Karp in left batting sixth. Jack Cust is the DH, with Franklin Gutierrez in center field batting eighth. And Josh Bard does the catching. Former Red Sox catcher bats ninth. Well, Josh Beckett is on the hill tonight for the Red Sox. His 19th start of the year. He's 8-3 with a 2.12 earned run average. 119 innings for Josh so far and 100 strikeouts. opponents are hitting at 178 against Beckett. We highlighted his last outing against Tampa Bay. 8 innings, 1 hit, and no runs with 6 Ks. Against Seattle in his career, he's 5-1 with a 3.11 earned run average.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. They're second in the American League with 46 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Marco Scutaro the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Josh Reddick, and Jason Varitek doing the catching for Josh Beckett.
The umpiring crew tonight, Tim Timmons has the play calling the balls and strikes with Jeff Kellogg at first base. He's the crew chief. Mark Carlson at second base, and Eric Cooper is the umpire at third. Well, Ichiro ready to go here in the first inning. Had a couple of hits here last night. As we highlighted as part of the open, just a 267 average. First pitch of the game is up and away, ball 1, and we are underway. Numbers for Ichiro: 267, a home run, 25 runs batted in. And a swing and a miss. That tailor-made Ichiro swing that makes him look like he's on the move.
Yeah, that slap and run swing. Slap it to the opposite field and run to first base. This time no contact by Ichiro on the fastball away.
This one is sent foul. I know we talk about it every time we see him, Jerry, but I just don't know how he has the bat control that he has in the direction that it appears his body is going.
But watch the bat. The bat stays back. It's amazing how he's able to make such great contact with that type of swing.
Backs out here, down in the count, 1-2. A 1-2 pitch. That is on the ground to third. Youkilis has got it. Throw is going to be in time to get the speedy Ichiro. Just in time to get him, 1 down.
Anytime Ichiro hits a ground ball to the infield, it's going to be very dangerous and very close at first base. That was no exception. Youkilis just getting Ichiro by a half a step at first base.
So 1 down here in the first inning for Brendan Ryan. Ryan at 262, the home run, and 27 runs batted in. Former shortstop for the St. Louis Cardinals, first year with the Mariners. And a couple of nice defensive plays in last night's game as fouls off the first offering from Josh Beckett.
Yeah, Ryan's got a 6-game hitting streak going right now. You see the numbers: 407, a couple of doubles, a home run, and 5 runs scored.
Started pretty well for the Mariners this year. In fact, he had a great May, hitting at 384 for Eric Wedge's team. That is low and outside, 1-1. Well, for the Mariners, it has really been a tough go of it. They have lost 13 straight games coming into tonight's action and have slipped 13.5 games back. The Texas Rangers, who are atop the American League West, appear to be a promising season for the Mariners, has really gone downhill quickly in the month of July. Beckett ready with the 2-1, trying to come in. And this is drilled down the left field line, foul. Ball crushed by Brendan Ryan, but he's out ahead.
He wanted to come inside with a 2-seam fastball down in the zone. This fastball stays up in the zone, and Ryan hits it long but foul.
Swinging a pop-up, sent foul off to the right, and it's still 2-2.
That's cooled off a little bit tonight. Only 90 degrees at game time.
It does feel better, though, than last night. Last night was really on the sticky side. They were up over 100 degrees before the ball game yesterday. Tonight it is 90 degrees. Breeze in from center at 13 miles an hour, mostly clear, and right now nothing but blue skies above Fenway Park. Sun setting off to the left. Swing and a miss. Beckett's got his first K of the night. 2 down.
Well, the first strikeout for Josh Beckett coming on the cut fastball to Ryan. Cutter that hits the outside corner. And Beckett, who's high on the season, is 11. He did that against the Houston Astros. Picks up his first tonight.
2 down here in the first inning. Terry Francona's Red Sox have a 2-game lead atop the American League East. As Dustin Ackley stands in, second baseman for the Mariners. He'll pop it up, foul back and out of play. Ackley, a .277 hitter, 4 home runs and 14 runs batted in. He was 1 for 5 in last night's game with an RBI, and tonight faces Josh Beckett for the first time. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
Good curveball there by Josh Beckett to quickly get ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. First curveball he's featured in the game tonight.
In the dirt. Ackley thought about it but didn't go. This is third base umpire Eric Cooper. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Ackley, who was drafted in 2009 in the majors here in 2011 for the Mariners. Swings at the 1-2 and lines it out to center field for a base hit. Ellsbury over to play it, and a 2-out single for Dustin Ackley.
First time that Ackley has faced Josh Beckett. Gets the cut fastball from Beckett and takes it up the middle on a line for a base hit. You see that little spin on the baseball? That's the cutter from Beckett. So Ackley picks up a 2-out base hit here in the first inning.
Well, Beckett had finished up that last outing against the Rays by retiring the last 22 batters he faced, and it's the first 2 batters tonight, so 24 straight before this base hit by Dustin Ackley. Here is Justin Smoke. Smoke has really had a tough time at the plate. 5 for his last 46. Did have a base hit here last night, going 1 for 3. Average down to 225, 12 homers, 43 runs batted in for Smoke. Since July 2nd, he's hitting at 138. And there's ball 1. $15 Ks and 61 at bats so far in the month of July. Ackley gets a good sized lead at first base. Beckett noticed and checks on him.
Ackley's got a couple of steals. 2 steals, has not been caught so far this season.
In the air to shallow centers. Ducking back is Scudero, the shortstop. Back pedals and puts it away to end the first inning. Mariners don't score. Red Sox coming up from Fenway. Sox coming up, and the Red Sox starting lineup is brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Kevin Youkilis is at third base. He bats fourth. David Ortiz at DH. Carl Crawford in left. Josh Reddick in right. Jason Varitek doing the catching, batting eighth. And Marco Scudero at shortstop bats ninth. Blake Bevan ready to work for the Mariners. And he zips one inside for ball one to Ellsbury, who had squared to show bunt. Bevan's fourth major league start, 1-1 with a 2.70 earned run average. Well, it's hitting at just .203 against Bevan. His first three major league starts. Lost last time out. First loss in the big leagues against Texas. 6 2/3, 3 runs. Not bad against the offensive attack of the Rangers.
Yeah, the three starts have come against San Diego in interleague play, the Angels, and of course last time out, as Don mentioned, the Texas Rangers.
Major league debut coming against the Padres at Safeco Field. He went 7 innings, giving up 1 run. As he falls behind here, 3-0. Bevan, who gave up a run in his first outing, 2 in his second outing, and 3 last time out. And here he is in his fourth major league start. Graduated from high school in Irving, Texas in 2007. And there is strike one. Well, Jacoby Ellsbury hitting at .317 now, 16 home runs. So 3 home runs in the last 2 games, and has 55 runs batted in. Slaps it foul, full count. Well, it's time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. And last night the game tied 1-1. Jacoby Ellsbury takes one out over the bullpen in right field. His 16th home run of the year. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. 3-2 pitch. Ellsbury slaps at it, chops it to third. Kennedy on the run, bad throw, but he gets him on the tag. Justin Smoke slapping it on Ellsbury on the way by. Nice play by Smoke at first.
Yeah, very quick reactions by Justin Smoke at first base. The throw's going to be off target by Kennedy. He comes off the bag and I think gets the back of Jacoby Ellsbury before he gets to first base. Ellsbury trying to duck out of the way. That's one of those cases where maybe a slide into first base would have been to advantage to Ellsbury.
Well, it is ball one to Dustin Pedroia as Ellsbury is retired at first base. First out here in the bottom of the first inning. Pedroia lines one down the left field line. This will extend the hitting streak to 20 games for Dustin Pedroia, who's easily into second base standing with a double.
Something off speed that time to Pedroia. Looked like it might have been the changeup. And Dustin all over it. Changeup at 81 miles an hour. The line shot down the left field line all the way running down to the 310 mark. Hits off the cement, bounces up, and Pedroia at second base in scoring position.
Extends it to 20 games at .398 during the 20-gamer. Safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life. One out, Pedroia in scoring position at second, and here is Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian takes ball one away. Gonzalez 1 for 3 in the game last night with a couple of runs. .343 average, 17 home runs, and 80 runs batted in. On base percentage up over 400. This is fouled off to the left, and it's 1-1. Gonzalez leading the majors in RBIs with 80. Again, he got 2 last night. 135 hits, 49 extra base hits, ties him for the most in the majors. He's first in average in the American League. Strike 2, 1-2. It's up high, and it's 2-2.
Fastball right now averaging about 90 miles an hour for Bevan. Tried to elevate that time against Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez does not chase it.
Bevan, who made his Major League debut July 3rd, 7th Mariner to make his debut this season. Gonzalez with a swing and a miss on a pitch down and in. And Bevan able to record his first strikeout. It's Adrian Gonzalez.
That's a good job by Bevan. Go high with the fastball, go down and in with the breaking ball. And that slider recently has been somewhat of a problem for Gonzalez. The Seattle defense, 5th in the American League. Adam Kennedy at third base, Brendan Bryan the shortstop, Dustin Ackley at second, and Justin Smoke at first. Left to right, Mike Karp, Franklin Gutierrez and Ichiro, and Josh Bard doing the catching for Bevan.
2 down for Kevin Youkilis, who looks at strike one. Youkilis, who hurt his hand last night on the ground ball, that jumped up and hit his bare hand, more hand than glove. And Youkilis ended up coming out of the game, but okay to go today. It is a little sore, a little bruised. It's a ball and a strike to Youkilis, and this is the play that it occurred on last night.
It looks like the ground ball got more of the hand of Kevin Youkilis than the glove. And of course, he did come to bat after that, got himself a base hit, and then came out of the ball game.
That's in there for strike two, 1-2. Ellsbury grounded out. Pedroia doubles. Adrian Gonzalez strikes out swinging. So 2 outs, runner at second. And Bevan shakes off a couple, now ready with a 1-2. Elevates, and Youkilis takes it foul down the right field line, out of play. Youkilis 2 for 3 here last night with a double and a couple of RBIs. On the outside corner for strike 3. Youkilis fires the bat away, and some equipment as well. That can get him fined. We are scoreless at the end of 1. The official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. Second inning back at Fenway Park. No score at the end of one. And it'll be Adam Kennedy, Mike Karp, and Jack Cust bat here in the second. Kennedy, the third baseman for the Mariners, went all over the Seattle infield. It's at .257, 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Kennedy with a swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1.
Excellent changeup by Beckett at 88 miles an hour. It has become a very, very important pitch for Josh Beckett this season.
Kennedy will pop it up into shallow center. It's Scudero out. Again in shallow center, and he makes the catch for the first out. Kevin Youkilis strikes out to end last inning on a pitch that umpire thought grabbed the outside corner. Looks like Mika pitch zone agrees. Youkilis throwing the equipment in the last couple years. In addition, Youkilis says he doesn't care, so I'm guessing there that Tim Timmons told him at that point he'd be fine for tossing the equipment, and then he fills out the citation right there and then.
I take that to traffic court.
So he has been notified. There is, with one out, Mike Karp, left fielder for the Mariners. Karp at .245 with a home run. 3 runs batted in. Swing and a foul. It's Varitek, and it's 1-1. Beckett checking on Varitek, says he's all right. Not sure where it grabbed him. The heel of the glove more than anything. 1-1 is the breaking ball that misses ball 2. Mike Karp hitting at .245 with a home run, 3 runs batted in. Had a 3-run home run the 8th inning last night to bring the Mariners back in the game off Franklin Morales. He was 1 for 4 in last night's game. 3-1. One is fouled off, full count. 1 strikeout so far tonight for Beckett. Struck out Brennan Ryan in the first inning. And it's Karp now. Jack Cust next for the Mariners as they bat here in the top half of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Karp's down on strikes. Beckett's second K of the night.
A great life on that fastball from Josh Beckett. 94 and exploding right at the end, up and away from Karp. So 2 on the night, 1 on the cut fastball, 1 on the straight fastball for Beckett.
2 down in the second inning. Jack Cust is the batter, part of our key matchup. That's Beckett 2 for 10. Key matchup brought to you by New England Honda dealers. Cust at .212. 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. He was 2 for 4 in the game last night. He had a double in the game. Yeah, takes a hack at the 1-0. Can't get it. 1-1. Red Sox into the shift again tonight against Cust as they did last night. Trying to come in. This is lined into right. It's a fair ball. Jumps up into the seats for a ground rule double. And Jack Cust, who doubled in last night's game, has done it again tonight. It's a 2-out double here in the second inning.
He had to be expecting fastball that time from Beckett. He was way out in front of that fastball. Fastball away, hooks it with that uppercut swing, and one bounce into the stands for the ground rule double. Deflects along a few different people, ends up back on the field, and somebody reaching over to make a grab of it.
Well, 2 outs, Cust at second, and Franklin Gutierrez, former Cleveland Indian, not playing last night's game in the starting lineup tonight as he gets a start in center. There is strike one in there from Beckett. Gutierrez, another guy who's struggling at the plate lately. It's at 183 with a home run. 8 runs batted in. He is 1 for his last 13, 4 for his last 29. Breaking ball missing inside, 1-1. Line foul. Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by Hangar One Vodka, touring the country this summer in their 120-foot blimp, telling the story of their unique vodka made in an aircraft hangar in California. Some great shots last night and again tonight, high atop Fenway Park. So we play game 2 of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Mariners batting with 2 outs. Jack Cust at second base, and Franklin Gutierrez with a count of a ball and 2 strikes. It's in the air, foul, and we'll do it again, 1-2.
You mentioned Gutierrez in a slump, 4 for his last 29. He does have 1 career home run, his only hit against Josh Beckett.
Gutierrez breaking into the big leagues with the Cleveland Indians. Was back in 2005, and remember Trot Nixon playing for the Indians very briefly at the end of his career, and Gutierrez kind of pushed Nixon out of right field in Cleveland as he was the up-and-comer at the time. Ended up coming to Seattle. That is low and away, and it's 2-2. Part of the deal that involved J.J. Putz and Jeremy Reed back in the offseason of 2008. Seeing Gutierrez go from Cleveland to Seattle. This is now his 3rd year as a member of the Mariners. His first year is best at 18 homers, 70 RBIs, and he had 283 in Seattle. Last year just a total of 12 homers, 64 RBIs. 2-2 pitch. And coming in, and he grounds it foul. Mentioned he broke into the big leagues with Cleveland. He was originally signed by the Dodgers as a non-drafted free agent. He was traded from the Dodgers to the Indians for Milton Bradley at the time. Bradley was having issues with Eric Wedge, who was the manager in Cleveland at the time. Not the first time that Bradley's had issues with managers. 2-2 is on the ground foul.
A pretty good battle put on here by Gutierrez, fouling off the changeup that time to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
8th pitch of the at-bat is coming up. Beckett was able to get 2 quick outs, Kennedy and Karp, on a pop out and a strikeout, but Jack Cust with a double. The Red Sox in the shift, and now Gutierrez waiting on a 2-2. That's outside, ball 3. Cust at second, 2 down in the inning. Tap foul, and we'll do it again. 3-2. Gutierrez hanging tough. 10th pitch of the at bat is coming up.
He's tried to put him away with a changeup. He's tried with a couple of cut fastballs.
This will be his 22nd pitch of the inning. Did not throw this much in any inning in his last outing in Tampa Bay. And here he is tonight in the second inning, being tested a bit here by the Seattle Mariners. Gutierrez chops it foul. Will do it again. Second in his career against the Mariners, 5-1 with a 3.11 earned run average. Here at Fenway Park, he is perfect against Seattle, 3-0 with a 2.21. Since joining the Red Sox, he's never lost. 5-0 against Seattle in that time. The loss coming against Seattle when he was with the Marlins. 3-2 is a swing and a miss. Finally got him to strike out. Third K for Beckett. Inning and a half done, no score. Promotions across the Commonwealth. Go to Facebook.com/Visit Massachusetts to join for free. Isn't Massachusetts great, Jerry? Look at that. You can do that in Massachusetts.
There's a lot of things you can do in Massachusetts, Don, but that is one of the nicer things.
We do a lot in Vermont, too. The Jello heads are here. Danette, Holly, Amber, and Amy are all in the house. We welcome you to Fenway Park.
Tomorrow is Maine Day here at Fenway Park.
That'll be awesome. Second inning. David Ortiz, Carl Crawford, Josh Reddick. I wonder if anybody's going to bring us some lobsters. We usually get lobsters on Maine Day.
I'm sure we'll get plenty. We always get a lot of stuff from the people in Maine.
Remember Governor Baldacci Used to bring us lobsters. Kind of made my main day. He also brought us stuff from LL Bean.
Anything you want to put a request in for tonight?
Lobster's fine.
Just the lobster, sure. Shopping list you got for maybe?
Lobster's fine. Anything from LL Bean. I'm an extra large. Ball 2-1 to David Ortiz.
God almighty.
Ortiz, Crawford, and
Call
Reddick.
me a self-promoter.
Ortiz will take the strike, and it's 2-2. David didn't like it at all.
All I'd like is just the presence of the nice people of Maine here tomorrow. That's all I'm looking forward to.
You can see why David wasn't pleased. This one is fouled off, still 2-2.
David upset. He chased a high fastball on that last pitch. Ball up and out of the strike zone.
Down and in, full count. Bevan had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. After a 1-out double by Dustin Pedroia in impressive fashion, he struck out Adrian Gonzalez and then got Kevin Youkilis. Back-to-back Ks for Bevan to get out of that first inning jam. Is 3-2. Ortiz hits this high and deep to left center field. Carp going back at the wall. It is going to be off the scoreboard. Gutierrez plays the carom, but Big Papi into second base with a stand-up double to get the second inning started.
A good sign for Big Papi going the other way. Anytime you see David take the pitch the opposite field, it means he's probably going to start to swing the bat very well. Ball left the bat. It looked like maybe it had a chance to be deep enough, but it hits the scoreboard on the way down. And Ortiz in at second with the leadoff double.
10th straight season for David Ortiz with at least 25 doubles. He's at second to begin the second inning, and here's Carl Crawford. He looks at strike one over the inside corner. Carl 1 for 4 in last night's game. A .247 average overall, 6 homers and 33 runs batted in. This is in and too far in, 1-1. Crawford spending time on the DL with a left hamstring strain. Went on June 18th. A couple of rehab starts for the Pawtucket Red Sox. Was 1 for 5 in 2 games. Sends this to right center, and that's going to get in for a base hit. Ortiz waited to make sure, and he takes third now. On the single by Crawford, Red Sox at first and third and nobody out.
Now Crawford doing his job, trying to get a pitch that he can pull to make sure Ortiz gets at least to third base. I don't think David got a real good read on this because you could tell it was going to drop in, but I guess a little bit tougher for David to tell from second base. It drops in front of Ichiro, and Ortiz can only make third base on that. There's the hesitation, and then the trot to third.
First and third now, nobody out. Carl Crawford 4 for 8 since coming off the DL, and for the first time this season he is up to 250. Here is Josh Reddick, 372, 4 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Reddick 1 for 4 in last night's game. As he takes strike one. Reddick currently leading all rookies in at least 75 plate appearances in average, on base percentage, and slugging percentage. And he's got a 4-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action. He's 7 for 15 during the streak.
Crawford with 10 steals at first base. He's been caught 4 times.
swinging a foul tip, and it's 0-2.
That fastball, when it's up in the zone, kind of explodes a little bit. We see Ortiz in this inning, and now Reddick swinging a couple of high fastballs.
Jason Varitek waiting on deck. Promising inning here for the Red Sox in the second. Runner goes, and Crawford, here's a fly ball to shallow center. Gutierrez coming all the way in. Out goes the second baseman, Ackley, to make the catch. He went a long way out there to grab it for the first out of the inning.
Ackley, who was not covering the second base bag, he's looking to the outfield. He sees that Gutierrez can't make the play, so he's going to make it. He makes a pretty good play on that pop-up by Josh Reddick.
A 1 out, and Jason Varitek coming up. .234, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Chance here to do some damage in the second inning. Throw to first, and Crawford back to the bag. Varitek has been quiet lately at the plate, 0 for his last 10.
I would expect Crawford, if he gets the good jump and feels he has a good jump, to be going in this situation with 1 out.
Inside, ball 1. Blake Bevan making his 4th major league start tonight. Trying to work his way out of trouble here in the second inning. Varitek fouls it off, and the count's 1-1. I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. A good look from the bleachers behind the bullpen. And right field here at Fenway Park as Varitek waits on a 1-1. Pops it up, foul. That'll get back and out of play. Ortiz at third. Crawford still at first with 1 out. Varitek fouls it straight back, and we'll do it again, 1-2. Time called. As Varitek waiting here on a 1-2 pitch. He's fouled off a few, hanging tough with Ortiz at third, Crawford at first, and 1 down. Varitek sends it out to right center field. Gutierrez coming in, makes the catch. Ortiz going to try it. Here's the throw from center, and Ortiz going to be out at the plate. Holding on to the baseball was Bard. throw coming all the way in the air from center, and Gutierrez. We are scoreless after 2. At Fenway, presented by Xfinity. This minor league doubleheader is a day full of family fun with discounted concession items, nonstop excitement, and plenty of great baseball to cheer about. Tickets start at just $5. From on-field promotions to autograph sessions with the stars from both games, fans will be a part of the action all day long. Visit redsox.com/futures to get your tickets today. Top half of the third inning, no score from Fenway Park, and it'll be leading it off here against Beckett, Josh Barr, the catcher, who slapped the tag on David Ortiz. It ended at the bottom of the second inning. Former Red Sox catcher Josh Barr. A swing and a miss, fastball by him.
Well, with nobody out, you probably don't take this chance, but with one out, you do take it. It takes a perfect throw, and that's exactly what Gutierrez gives Josh Barr. For Gutierrez, his 6th assist on the season. Big Poppy trying to slide inside that tag, but couldn't get to the plate in time.
This is lined towards the gap in left center, but quickly over to make the grab is Crawford. In the left center field of that area between Ellsbury and Crawford, and Crawl gets over to make the grab.
You see this ball slicing back toward Kyle Crawford, coming off the bat of a left-handed hitter, which made the play a little bit easier for Crawford in left.
One down here in the third inning, and brings up Ichiro. Second time through now for Beckett through the Mariners order. There's strike one to Ichiro. Grounded out to third base, first time up. Late swing and a foul off to the left, 0-2.
Ichiro only a 208 hitter against Beckett coming into the game tonight.
Chops it towards third. This is foul this time. And Ichiro will have to come back with a count of 0-2. Talked about it off the top. A .331 major league average for Ichiro. He's been in the big leagues here in the United States since 2001. This is his 11th major league season and first time he's been in jeopardy of not having 200 hits. On pace right now for 179. As he comes in hitting at 267. In the air to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury drifts back. He will put it away for out number 2. Let's check in with Heidi.
Don Clay Buchholz will throw again off the mound Monday for the first time since going on the disabled list back in June with a lower back strain. Terry Francona said he still feels some pain in his back, but the medical staff thinks that he is good enough to take this step forward.
I think they all say that he may feel it, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to hurt himself. So that's that fine line we're walking right now. You know, he's not ready to pitch. I don't think anybody thinks he is. There's going to be a progression here, and it's going to have to be a consistent one. But I think we feel like this is going to work. I mean, when he throws, if you watch him throw, he looks great. He just, you know, he still feels it. I think there's some, I don't know if trepidation is the right word, but there's some concern on his part. I don't blame him. So we're just kind of trying to take it a step at a time and do it the right way.
It will still be a while before you see Buchholz in a game. He's been down so long he needs time to build his strength back up. This manager interview is brought to you by Bigelow Tea, Terry Francona's green tea of choice. Don?
All right, thanks very much, Heidi. I guess the question is, Jerry, you know, if he comes back here in this situation, he's going to be perhaps pitching with some pain. And the question is, how much can he withstand to pitch through? And is it similar to what he was pitching with anyway in the beginning? Tough to tell if it's really any better.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be progressing as well as Buchholz would like it to progress. And it's been a very baffling injury. It really has. I mean, it hasn't gone away completely. He still feels it when he throws. They're going to take a next step of trying to throw off the mound, see what happens there. And as Terry Francona said today, it may be something he feels the rest of the season.
Ryan, after the 0-2, fouls it back and out of play.
You know, the question you have is, you know, how is that going to affect his pitching if he does still feel something? And that's the question I think everybody has right now. But it has been a very slow process.
There's no doubt he is a big piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely.
What the Red Sox are trying to accomplish in 2011. So stay tuned. There's an 0-2 to Ryan. In the dirt outside, 1-2. Beckett trying to grab his first 1-2-3 inning of his outing. Give up a 2-out single to Dustin Ackley, a 2-out double to Jack Cust, and here he is with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, dealing with Brendan Ryan, and ahead of him 1-2. Breaking ball hit in the air to shallow center. Ellsbury's got it tracked. He'll put it away and end the inning. Beckett does have his first 1-2-3 of the night. 2.5 done. No score from Fenway. Indy Race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Visit NESN.com/Indy Race to read the official rules and enter to win by August 4th. Bottom of the third inning, and Marco Scutaro backs out of the way of a fastball from Blake Devin as the Red Sox come to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. Scutaro, Ellsbury, and Pedroia to bat in the inning. Red Sox left a base runner in the first, left a base runner in the second inning. And there for strike one, 2-1. Devin with a fastball, curveball, slider, change, and a cutter. His fourth major league start. 40th pitch is up high, and it's 3-1. In the air to left field, sending Carp back onto the dirt of the track to make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the third. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Well, Don, this is just Seattle rookie Blake Bevin's fourth career major league start. He got a quality start in each of his first 3 outings, and his pitching coach Carl Willis told me they've been very pleased with what they've seen from him so far.
Really pleased with just his competitive nature. I mean, he's gone out in 3 major league starts, given us 3 quality starts, shown a lot of confidence, with his fastball and particularly his changeup. But, a guy that's, commanding the baseball, in and out, throwing a lot of strikes, getting ahead with the fastball, and getting himself in, counts that work for a pitcher. So, hopefully, the surroundings of Fenway, you come in as a young guy to a place with so much history and energy. Hopefully he can get beyond that and give us what he's given us to this point.
Bevin came to the Mariners as a part of the trade that sent Cliff Lee to the Rangers last season. He is the 7th Mariner to make his major league debut this season, and tomorrow's starter Michael Pineda is another one. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Here's a base hit for Jacoby Ellsbury. Is headed to second base now as it gets away from Carp. And he stands at second with 1 out. Carp came in a little indecisive as to whether or not he was going to try and dive for that ball or not. Short hops him and gets by him. It's a single and an error.
That's the break for the Red Sox there. Should have been just a single for Jacoby Ellsbury, but as you mentioned, Don, Carp didn't know quite what to do. He backs off and then he plays it off to the side. The ball gets by him, and Ellsbury gets in a scoring position at second base. That's a 5-game hitting streak now for Ellsbury.
And some impressive numbers in the 5-game hitting streak. This is the 3rd straight inning. The Red Sox have had a runner in scoring position. This time it's with 1 out. And here is Dustin Pedroia. Extended the hitting streak to 20 games with a double in the first inning. That is just outside, ball 1. Red Sox with a 2.5-game lead over the Yankees to start tonight's game. The Yankees already losing today to the A's. Played day baseball at Yankee Stadium. And the Oakland A's held on to a 4-3 advantage today over the Yankees. So it's a 2.5-game spread right now for the Red Sox. You can see the Rays dropping down 8.5 now back of the Red Sox. Really kind of a big week for Tampa Bay right after the break there. The Red Sox in first for 3 and then the Yankees for 4. They got just the 1 game against the Red Sox, split with the Yankees, but even so they dropped to 8.5 back now from the top spot in the American League East. And kind of wonder as we get closer to the trade deadline whether the Rays will become sellers at all. 2-1 is low and away. And it's 3-1.
I know just before we got there, they were talking about how important that week was to the Tampa Bay Rays. Games against the Red Sox and Yankees. And where they were going to be positioned after that was over, and it was almost like they were trying to make decisions on whether they're going to be in this thing, out of this thing, become buyers, become sellers.
"3-1" is in there for strike two, full count. Jerry, you've seen them, and you think they're as good as the Red Sox or Yankees. It seems like their pitching is very good.
Yeah, their pitching is very, very good, but I'm not sure that, you match up the three teams right now. I'm not sure they can stick with New York and Boston. I really don't.
This is chopped left side. Ryan looked at third, but throws across his body to first for the out. Pedroia diving in head first. Nice play by Brendan Ryan. His momentum and progression was taking him away, and he throws across the body to get the out.
Yeah, he got a lot more on this throw than I expected him to get from this position. But he's also keeping that runner close at second base. Look how far he had to go for that, and the off-balance throw, and gets a lot on it. Clearly Pedroia out at first base as he dives for the first base bag.
So 2 down, and Ellsbury 90 feet away. Chance here for Adrian Gonzalez's second look at Blake Bevan. Struck out against Bevan in the first on a slider. Gonzalez hits it in the air down the left field line. Hart moves over towards the seats, and he will make the catch. Makes the grab and comes down in foul ground. Gonzalez is out. So are the Red Sox. We played 3 without a score. Mouth.
He threw out the first pitch, and now this. Go home. Go home. Talk about an arrogant athlete. God.
Time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Question is, on this date in 2006, which former Mariner had the only inside the park home run in Safeco Field history? We will have the answer for you a little bit later as we play along to the 4th inning. Back at Fenway Park, no score. It's kind of been a frustrating affair so far for the Red Sox. Last night was the Mariners turning a bunch of double plays against the Red Sox, and tonight Red Sox have had some runners but cannot score. And here's a leadoff base hit for Dustin Ackley, who is 2 for 2 tonight against Josh Beckett. And last night we had the pleasure of being joined by Mike Lowell for a couple of innings, and back here tonight throw out the first pitch, and was recognized here at Fenway Park and in the Legends Suite tonight. This was before the game. Mike Lowell throwing out the ceremonial first pitch.
For a seed, too.
I'm telling you, he's got that hip feeling good. He's had an offseason. I think there's a comeback. He played it down, but it could be a comeback for Mike Lowell.
He's had 3 standing ovations tonight.
It's a new record.
Or actually, in the last 2 nights, I should say.
There's Justin Smoak with a swing and a miss. It's good to know that broadcasting is not something he's interested in right now. We don't have to worry about that at all.
There's no money in it.
0-1 to Smoak. Missing for a ball, 1-1. Three hits total off Beckett. Singled for Ackley in the first. He singled here in the fourth. Jack Cust had a double in the second inning. This is right side. Pedroia will go to second base. They get one there and a bounce ball, and they can't get the back end. Pedroia threw a one-hopper that was picked by Scudero. They get Ackley. But Smoak will reach at first, one down.
It's amazing it was that close at first base. I mean, the way this play developed, Pedroia had to go far. It was left to make the play. He bounces it to second base to Scudero. Scudero returned throw to first, and it was still a very close play. A little bit of a slip by Pedroia. That's why it bounced to second base. And very close at first base. It's incredible it was that close.
So one out, Smoak at first, and here's Adam Kennedy. Kennedy, who popped out to shortstop in the second inning, 0 for 1. Down and in, gets away from Varitek, and Smoak will take second base. Glanced off his glove, and Mariners have a runner in scoring position.
Ball down out of the strike zone. Varitek has to reach across. Never was able to get the glove completely turned around. Deflects off the glove, and Smoak goes to second base to get in the scoring position in this 0-0 ball game.
So one out, Smoak at second now, and Kennedy ahead in the count, 1-0. Kennedy popped out to Marco Scudero at short in the second inning. There's a strike over the inside corner, 1-1. This one fouled off over in front of the Red Sox dugout, 1-2. I want to remind you to tune into the Best Sports Talk weekday mornings from 6 to 9 a.m. with Dennis and Callahan on the WEEI Sports Radio Network and right here on Nesson. One out in the top of the fourth inning. Mariners have Justin Smoak at second base, and Adam Kennedy waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Josh Beckett has thrown 57 pitches in his outing tonight. This is on the ground at first. Adrian Gonzalez has got it. He'll take it to the bag for out number 2 as Smoak takes third base, 2 down in the inning. I want to remind you to follow the Red Sox with the MLB.com At-Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text At-Bat to 31826 or visit RedSox.com for details.
Yeah, for those coming down from Maine tomorrow, if you want to stop at the outlets and buy Don something, be sure to go ahead and stop. Maybe get him a BlackBerry, anything. Some clothing from one of the outlets. He's always into TVs. Do not forget Don on Main Day.
2 down, Smoak at third. Mike Carp struck out swinging in the second inning. And then for strike one. Next pitch for Beckett will be his 60th of the night. And a swing and a foul, 0-2. Two is on the ground right side. Pedroia to his left. On to first for the out. And Beckett's out of the jam. We have played 3.5 from Fenway. No score. Anniversary of Fenway Park. You can etch your name into the history of America's most beloved ballpark by getting a personalized commemorative brick. Your unique message will be engraved onto a brick that will be placed inside the ballpark concourses at Gate B or Gate C. You'll also receive a free replica of the brick with a custom case to proudly display in your home or office. Visit redsox.com/bricks to get your brick today. We play on to the bottom of the 4th inning at Fenway Park as Blake Bevan and Josh Beckett matched up here tonight, and so far neither starter has given up a run. As Kevin Youkilis lines out to Dustin Ackley at second base. Hot shot, but nothing to show for it for Youkilis. One down.
Youkilis hitting it right on the button, but right at the second baseman. Ackley, sinking line drive, sinks right into the webbing of the glove.
So one down here in the 4th inning, and David Ortiz is coming up. Big Poppy with a double in the 2nd inning, who was gunned down at the plate.
Well, we'd like to welcome Kyler to the booth right now. He's sitting down with us watching the game. He wants to be a broadcaster just like Don Orsillo.
Kyler Quelch is 7 years old and from Vermont. And Jerry, he wore his best tie here today.
I noticed that.
If Kyler could show us his tie, he's all set. He wanted to make sure that he was dressed right. And he is fantastic. He is ready to go. I think it's going to be any season now. He's going to be taken over. He is ready for the job. Those are all the players, practices every night. The 0-1 is to center field. Franklin Gutierrez twisted around, but he's there to make the catch on Big Poppy, and there's 2 down. But Kyler knows his stuff, Jerry. There's no doubt about it. I had a chance to visit with him in between innings. He knows everything there is to know.
Right now he knows he's on TV.
He likes what he sees. So great to have him with us here tonight. As this one is on the ground to first base. It is handled by Justin Smoke, and it's a 1-2-3-5 pitch inning for Bevan. Scoreless game at the end of 4. Eastern Bank is teaming up with Adrian and Betsy Gonzalez to help local families by donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in Eastern Massachusetts. A beautiful night here in Boston as the sun has set, and the Red Sox and Mariners play into the 5th. Jack Cust leading it off. Cust had a double off Josh Beckett in the 2nd inning, one of 3 hits allowed by Beckett tonight. And as Cust, Gutierrez, and Bard here in the 5th inning. Swinging a foul tip, 1-1. Cust gets the arms out of the way and takes a pitch inside, 2-1. This one is chopped foul, and it's 2-2. A good shot of the Budweiser deck in right field corner. Back down again onto beautiful setting here at Fenway Park.
Now, what has become a very pleasant night here at Fenway. Still warm, but not as bad as last night.
Swing and a miss. Cust is down on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Josh Beckett, 1 down.
Now Beckett going back to the fastball will pick up the strikeout away from Cust. Cust had a double, of course, back in the 2nd inning. This time the strikeout.
Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by Hangar One Vodka, touring the country this summer in their 120-foot blimp, telling the story of their unique vodka made in an aircraft hangar in California.
We should go visit that when we go back out west.
Yes, we should. You can find out how to make vodka, which was what we were trying to do last night.
I should have went online. Should have went online last night to find out how to make vodka.
One out here in the 5th Franklin Gutierrez struck out swinging in the second inning. In between innings, our friend Kyler Quelch has come to an agreement with an agent.
Maybe he'd like to do it. Maybe he'd like to do it now or so.
He signed a deal with an agent, so it's just a matter of time now.
Yes. Once you get an agent, that's it. You're locked in.
It's all over. Kyler is locked in, signed a 4-year deal with a new guy. One is popped up, foul ground. Veritek's got a play, discards the mask, and makes the play. A little stagger. He's there, 2 down. It is time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. This date, 2006. Former Mariner had the only inside-the-park home run in Safeco Field history. The answer is Adrian Beltre. Beltre had an inside-the-park homer against the Red Sox, Mike Timlin, in the 8th on July 23rd of 2006.
He had room to spare, too. He wasn't even running hot at the beginning of that. I think we're going to get Kyler to do a couple of pitches. Maybe an out, maybe an inning.
This is on the ground, foul.
Next half inning, you make your debut.
He's fired up. Agent told him to hold out for more money.
Yeah, well, I see what I got in my wallet here. He's demanding more already.
Now, yeah.
I don't know what I can do for you.
His guy said he's going to do it for free. Really?
I think I get $7.
That'll do. Josh Bard batting with 2 down here in the 5th. In there for a strike 2, 1-2. Beckett has had 1-2-3 inning tonight. That was in the 3rd inning. He's got 2 outs here in the 5th. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Beckett's getting better as the night goes on. 5 Ks. Kyler Quelch, all 7 years old of Kyler, will be doing Red Sox baseball when we come back. Free small sandwich on your rewards card. See participating stores or D'Angelo's.com for details. Well, here it is, the bottom of the 5th inning. Josh Reddick is coming up. Are you ready, Kyler Quelch?
Yeah.
How about a little play-by-play?
Okay.
What do you see?
I can see pretty much everything.
That's good. You can see it all.
All right.
So this popped up foul down the left field line and out of play. Who's your favorite player? You have a favorite player?
Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Who's your favorite announcer? Don Orsillo? Yeah.
It's okay. So you want to do this someday, huh?
Yeah.
I like your tie. How'd you pick out your tie? Is that your only tie or do you have several ties?
It's my dad's tie, but I always have it hanging on my door knob to my bedroom.
And it's always there.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. A ground ball to first base that Smoke is able to get Reddick for the first out here of the 5th inning.
Okay, the next hitter is Jason Veritek.
Oh, this is my old favorite players. My old Abe's favorite player.
Is that right?
So this is your favorite before Adrian Gonzalez joins the team.
Yeah.
And now Adrian's your favorite. So we've got that covered. So 1 out in the inning for Jason Veritek. Veritek flied out to center field in the 2nd inning. In there for strike 1 to Veritek. Jason rolls it over foul, and it's 0-2. Flied out to center field first time up. Kyler, is this your first visit to Fenway Park, or have you been here before?
I've been here. This is my 3rd time.
Wow.
Well, I was here just to visit in 2009, and then last year I got to throw out the first pitch, and here I am today in the booth.
It's been a fast progression.
This is to second base, and Ackley pulls it in. There's 2 down in the inning.
I'll give you a little tip. When there's 2 balls and 2 strikes, you got to do like Don does. You just go, the 2-2. The 2-2.
Try it, even though there's no count.
Yeah.
The 2-2.
Yeah, the 2-2.
There you go.
That's it. That's all you got to know.
That's it. You can do this.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
I won't.
It's our secret. This is outside. Ball 1 to Marco Scutero.
You also have to learn how to say testing 1-2. Testing 1-2. That's
Yes.
it. That's it. You got it.
That's
You
it.
got it.
Yeah.
All the great ones go 1-2, 1-2. This is to right. Ichiro won't get there. It drops in for a base hit. And Marco Scutero's on with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Scutero staying away from the 1-2-3 inning with the base hit to the opposite field. Gets the fastball away from Bevan and shoots it to right field for the base hit. So the Red Sox pick up their 5th hit of the night.
So 2 down, Scutero at first, and Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. He is 1 for 2.
Yeah.
Ellsbury with a single to left in the 3rd.
He was actually one of the players who signed the ball for me.
Is that right?
Yeah. Earlier.
Who else signed it for you?
Well, Lester did.
Nice.
And a few others.
2 down, Scutero at first. Ellsbury waiting on a 1-0 pitch from Blake Bevan. This one is fouled off. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region 2 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. 2 outs in the 5th. Marco Scudero at first base. And Jacoby Ellsbury with the count of 1-1 as they check on Scudero at first. In the air to left, Carp coming in. He'll make the catch. It ends the inning. Kyler Quelch, great job. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming up.
Good to meet you.
Take care. He'll be a star.
Yeah.
Scoreless. Yes, he will. The 6th inning at Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Mariners both had chances. Neither able to score here as we head to the 6th. And a first pitch to Ichiro. Gets it started here in the 6th inning. Misses for ball 1. His 3rd at bat tonight against Beckett. He's grounded out to 3rd, flied out to center. There's a swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike.
Good sharp cut fastball that time from Josh Beckett to get that kind of half swing from Ichiro.
Ichiro to center field, and that's going to get in for a base hit. His first hit of the night. The Mariners with their 4th as we check back in with Heidi.
Well, Don, tomorrow is the annual picnic in the park here at Fenway, and tickets are still available for a chance to dine on the outfield grass with your favorite Red Sox players. But this year, you don't have to be here at Fenway to bid on the great auction items, and some of the great packages available are a walk-on role on the hit show Glee, a pitching lesson from Clay Buchholz, a chance to play video games with Jonathan Papelbon, and even a chance to join me for a day to see what it's like to be the Red Sox reporter. Go online to RedSoxFoundation.org to bid on those items and many more items donated by the players themselves. That's RedSoxFoundation.org. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Lead runner on here for the Mariners in the 6th inning is Ichiro. Brendan Ryan not to stand in, but now stands out, gets time.
Remember last night, Ichiro stole 2nd, then stole 3rd base. Right in the 1st inning. 26 steals for Ichiro at first base.
It scored the game's first run last night. Mariners had an early lead. It's capable of doing it again. Run showing by Ryan, and pitch is called a strike. 0-1.
26 steals for Ichiro puts him 7th in the American League in that category. The leader is Brett Gardner of the Yankees with 30.
One is fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Ryan has struck out swinging tonight and flied out to center field 0 for 2. There's a line drive base hit into center field. Solid contact for Brendan Ryan. And it's back-to-back base hits here for the Mariners in the 6th inning.
Now both base hits on fastballs from Josh Beckett, Ichiro, and now Ryan going into center field on a fastball pretty much right down the middle of the plate.
So quickly 2 on, nobody out. The Mariners here in the 5th inning, as Dustin Ackley, who is 2 for 2 in the game against Beckett, is coming up. He is single to center and single to left. And there for strike 1 over the inside corner. Josh with 5 strikeouts in the game. He's not walked anybody. This is just the 2nd time tonight the Mariners have had a lead runner on. They now have 2 on and nobody out. That is strike 2, and it's 0-2. On the ground right side, Pedroia will go to second. No, he'll turn and fire to first. He looked right at second base and changed his mind, and then went to first to get Ackley, and the 2 runners move up to second and third.
I'm not sure from his angle if he could see Scudero. We'll take another look at it. Pedroia going to his left. He spins. The base runner may have been in the way, and that's why he didn't throw to second base. Take a look from this angle. Let's see where the base runner ends up and see if Pedroia can see him. See how he's out of the baseline right there? If he threw the ball, he might have hit that runner in the back, and that's why he goes to first base to get the out.
Swinging a foul. Justin Smoke 0 for 2. He's flied out center field, reached on a fielder's choice. Whereas Ichiro at third base, Brendan Ryan at second base, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Off balance swing, and it's 0-2.
Now Beckett would love a strikeout right here. He goes to the curveball to pick up strike 2. Ball bouncing in the dirt and blocked and saved by Veritek.
Mariners 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight, and a league low 213 coming into tonight's action. The 0-2 pitch bounces in, and it's 1-2.
Again, the confidence there that Beckett has in Veritek, trying to drop off a nasty curveball out of the zone, see if he'll get him to chase. He doesn't chase, but Veritek's able to block it and leave that runner at third base.
For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings where the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. And Jason Veritek and Josh Beckett trying to get on the same page and went back and forth, and then finally the meeting take place on the mound here with one out and runners at second and third. Mariners threatening here in the top half of the sixth inning. One-two to Smoke. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Beckett picks a good time to pick up his sixth strikeout. 2 down.
Back-to-back curveballs, then the changeup from Beckett. All off-speed pitches. And the changeup doing the honors here for the strikeout. The off-balance swing by Smoke. And those runners remain at second and third, but now 2 outs.
11 strikeouts and 34 career at bats for Justin Smoke against the Red Sox. And he is out number 2 of this sixth inning. 2 down, second and third. And here's Adam Kennedy. This is in the air to short right. Pedroia going out. He's under it, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. We are scoreless as we head to the bottom of the sixth. We'll see Pedroia, Gonzalez, and Youkilis coming up. Park. Both teams with 5 hits. And it is 2, 3, and 4 for the Red Sox as Pedroia stands in and takes strike one. Dustin extended his hitting streak to 20 games with a double right out of the gate in the first inning. So that inning is grounded out to short, so 1 for 2 in the game. Now Blake Bevan has kept the Red Sox in check so far tonight as he works into the 6th inning.
Done a lot of things that a lot of pitchers have not been able to do to the Red Sox this season. That shut him out this deep into a ball game.
This one is fouled off, and it's 1-2. The pitching line for Blake Bevan is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. 5+ innings, 5 hits, no runs. Hasn't walked anybody, struck out 2. And 70 total pitches. Swing and a miss. He elevates this time to strike out Pedroia. It is the 3rd strikeout for Bevan. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox and Mariners are scoreless in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out. Adrian Gonzalez takes a look at ball 1 inside. Adrian has struck out swinging with a runner at second base, and then with Jacoby Ellsbury at third base in the 3rd, he fouled out on the left field line to Mike Karp. So Adrian's had some chances, but they're unable to knock in any runs tonight. Best chance of the night for the Red Sox came in the 2nd when Jason Varitek flied out to center, and then Franklin Gutierrez threw out David Ortiz at the plate to end the 2nd inning. This is line down the right field line. It'll one hop up into the seats. Ground rule double for Adrian Gonzalez.
Al Gonzalez picks up his 30th double of the season. That ties him for 1st in the American League in that category with Michael Young. Gets the fastball, hooks it hard on a line down that right field line. One big bounce into the stands.
Fifth season for Adrian Gonzalez with 30 or more doubles. He's at 2nd with 1 down, and Kevin Youkilis, his 3rd appearance of the night against Blake Bevan. He has struck out, lined out, 0 for 2. Carl Willis has liked what he's seen so far from Bevan. 1-0. Youkilis takes strike 1. Youkilis on the ground to 3rd. It's picked by Kennedy. He is going to put the tag on Gonzalez. Adrian runs right into an out at 3rd base for the 2nd out of this inning.
Ends up not being a very good base running play there by Gonzalez. He thought that ball was going to get by Kennedy down the line, but it did not. Kennedy makes a backhanded play. He was ready to throw to first base. Then he looks and he sees Gonzalez coming and just tags him out. So the Mariners will certainly take that exchange, get a man out of scoring position with 2 outs, and have Youkilis at first base. So Gonzalez thought that ball was going down the line, and then Kennedy looks up all of a sudden, looked like he was surprised to see Gonzalez coming to 3rd.
So 2 down to Youkilis at 1st. And David Ortiz, a 1 for 2 night as he takes ball 1. Red Sox have not had too many base running mistakes this season. Adrian running into an out there for the second out of this 6th inning. In the air to left field. Mike Karp is camped underneath, and he'll put it away to end things here in the 6th inning. We played 6 without a score from Fenway. Top half of the 7th inning back at Fenway Park. No score. Beckett back on the hill. Mike Karp, who made the catch to end last inning, leads it off here in the 7th. He is struck out swinging and grounded out to second base. Karp, Cust, and Gutierrez. It's outside, and it's 2-0. Beckett tested last inning, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and was able to strike out Smoke, get Kennedy to pop out. His 90th pitch is coming up. No action in the Red Sox pen at any point tonight. This is swing and a foul. It's 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. It's time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow in the series finale, 43-year-old Tim Wakefield gets the ball against Seattle rookie Michael Pineda. The 22-year-old Pineda was 3 when Wakefield began his career in 1992. Wakefield is 5-3, made his first start the season against Seattle. NESN's live coverage gets underway with Red Sox first pitch at 12:30. Here's a 2-2. Karp takes ball 3, full count. Jack Cust and Franklin Gutierrez expected here for the Mariners in the 7th inning. In the air to right center field, hit pretty well. Back goes Reddick at the wall. It is gone. Into the bullpen. A home run for Mike Karp, his second of the year. And the Seattle Mariners take a 1-0 lead against Josh Beckett and the Red Sox. The second home run Beckett has given up all year at Fenway Park.
And the home run coming on a cut fastball. They wanted it away, but it stays inside. You can see Veritek set up on the outside part of the plate, but the cut fastball stays inside, and Karp with the home run into the Red Sox and out of the Red Sox bullpen.
Karp had a home run last night. He homers again tonight. Here's Jack Cust, who takes ball one. Cust doubled in the second inning, struck out swinging in the fifth. Foul, and it's 1-1. Beckett, who didn't give up a run in 8 innings against Tampa Bay last time out, takes until the 7th inning to get to him tonight, but the Mariners have. And they take a 1-0 lead after a series of opportunities for the Red Sox throughout the night. Against Blake Bevan, the Red Sox have left 5 men on base. That includes an earlier attempt by the Red Sox to score in the second when Ortiz was gunned down at the plate. But it's Mike Karp who gives the Mariners a lead. Now Beckett falls behind 3-1. Good job tonight by Blake Bevan, who has thrown 79 pitches through the first 6 innings and now has a lead. Cust takes a hack at the 3-1 and can't get it. Full count.
That's that cut fastball again, but that time it's away from Cust. That's where they wanted the pitch against Karp.
On deck, Franklin Gutierrez. Still nobody out here in the 7th inning. Cust will send it foul. Beckett, who's not walked anybody tonight, has walked just 3 batters in his last 42 innings. Saw Kurt Young on the phone, stirring in the pen. Somebody's getting up. Pitch 100 coming up for Josh Beckett is a 3-2 to Cust. And it's in there for strike 3. Cust knew it, takes with him the 7th strikeout of the night for Beckett.
Almost looks like Cust was looking for something other than the fastball. This fastball right down the middle of the plate. Right at the top of the strike zone, and you're right, Don. He knew it. No questions asked about the umpire. Just walked back to the dugout.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. Beckett 6 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. He's walked anybody. 7 strikeouts, and it's the left-hander Randy Williams who is first up in the Boston pen. There is Franklin Gutierrez, who hits a fly ball out to shallow right center. In from right comes Reddick. Nobody's going to get it. Pedroia ended up being the closest as he was headed out. It drops in for a 1-out single for Franklin Gutierrez.
Nobody really had a chance at that. That was in the twilight zone between Ellsbury, Reddick, and Pedroia. Pedroia with his back to home plate going as far as he can. He can't make the play. Reddick in the slide. He can't make the play. Just perfect placement there by Gutierrez.
So 1 out, 1 on. And here's Josh Bard. He is 0 for 2. He's lined out to left and struck out swinging. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Bard sends it foul and is down 0-2. Josh Bard, remember the Red Sox back in 2006. Second year now in Seattle. Hit .214 last year for the Mariners. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Bard gets a piece, stays alive, still 0-2. Top of the order, Ichiro Suzuki waiting on deck. 1 out, 1 on. Leadoff home run by Mike Karp is the difference in the game. Just missed, and it's 1-2. See where it missed.
Just barely outside, I believe. Not by very much. Gutierrez at first base, 7 steals on the season, caught 2 times.
There he goes. Pitch is outside. Throw from Veritek is not going to be in time. Throw is a tad to the shortstop side. And Gutierrez steals second base.
Gutierrez with a pretty good jump over at first base. Veritek out of the crouch, but you see the throw to the shortstop side. And Gutierrez picks up his 8th steal of the season.
He is 8 out of 10. And in scoring position as the Mariners try to grab some insurance after taking the lead here in the 7th. In the dirt, and it's a full count now to Bard. Third time in the last 4 batters for Beckett that he has gone full. It's been a 20-pitch inning and 107-pitch outing. Swinging a foul to be more pitches to Bard. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. We believe something as simple as your checking account should come with a lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking. See just how good a checking account can feel. A home run from Mike Karp has given the Mariners a 1-0 advantage. They're looking for more. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Bard. And a ground ball right side to Pedroia. Plays the hop and throws out Bard. But on to third goes Gutierrez. 2 down in the inning. And Ichiro coming up. Ichiro is grounded out to third. He is flied out to center and single to center field. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss for strike one. Gutierrez 90 feet away as Ichiro jumps back out of the way. 1-1.
And for the most part tonight, Beckett has tried to work Ichiro inside.
It's ball 2, 2-1. Ichiro backing out again, takes ball 3. Fourth 3-ball count of the inning for Beckett as Brendan Ryan waits on deck. Ichiro showing bunt and takes ball 4 as he heads down to first base. That is the first walk given up by Beckett of his outing. And Kurt Young, the pitching coach, headed out. Well, tomorrow afternoon, following Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC, Nick Cafardo, and Heidi at 1. The preview tomorrow's series finale with the Mariners. Actor, comedian Mike O'Malley and Mad Men star John Slattery will be live on stage. Plus, Boston Globe's Michael Vega will have the latest news and notes from the Red Sox clubhouse. Our live coverage begins tomorrow at 12:30, only on NESN.
And Mike O'Malley will also be at Picnic in the Park tomorrow after the Red Sox game.
And for Josh Beckett, his first walk in 15 1/3 innings. And it comes here with 2 outs in the 7th, and is up to 114 pitches with Brendan Ryan standing in. Tonight for Ryan, a strikeout, a flyout, and a single. Bluff to third, a look to first, doesn't throw to either venue.
Ichiro steals, which he probably will. I wouldn't expect any throw through by the Red Sox.
Look out, that one's over his head. Breaking ball that slips from the hand of Josh Beckett, 1-0.
That's a couple of times tonight that the curveball has slipped right out of the hands of John Beckett. Josh Beckett, I should say. The hot night, sweat rolling down into the hands.
Randy Williams has been warming during this inning and continues to do so. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike now to Brendan Ryan.
Another good block in the dirt by Veritek. He's had a number of these tonight for the Red Sox. Breaking ball by Beckett. The curveball again blocked by Veritek. Leaves that man at third base.
This next pitch should be the 30th of the inning. His second highest total of the season altogether. Gutierrez at third. Ichiro at first. Beckett a look to third, a look to first, doesn't throw to either locale. Breaking ball inside, ball 2. 2-1. A long wait for Blake Devin, a 21-minute wait at the moment. His team has got a run for him. Now looking for more. First and third, 2 down. For the first, and Ichiro diving back to the bag. Ryan hits it on the ground left side. Youkilis dives, gets up and throws. It is in time. He got him. Kevin Youkilis pulls himself up and throws it across to get Ryan to end the inning. A 1-0 Mariners lead. 7th inning stretch. To check in with your need to know. The Odessa Daily presented by Sunlight Financial. Here's Randy Scott. Well, a home run from Mike Karp, the difference in the game now. Mariners have a 1-0 advantage. As Carl Crawford leads it off for Boston in the 7th, and he takes strike 1.
Well, we talked in our open tonight, Don, about the 7th inning. The Red Sox have scored 90 runs this year in the 7th inning.
Crawford down the left field line for strike 2.
Kevin Youkilis, 2 terrific plays on one play by diving first of all to get to the baseball and then somehow getting up, off balance, making the throw to first base to get the out and saving a run. Terrific play there by Youkilis. Well, the Red Sox have outscored their opponents 90-32 in the 7th inning this year. Make that 33 now with that 1 run for Seattle in the top of the 7th.
Swing and a miss. Crawford strikes out. Bevan gets his 4th K. One down here in the 7th inning.
Now, Bevan's been very impressive here tonight. He does not look intimidated at all by Fenway Park or this Red Sox lineup. He comes right inside with the fastball, picks up the strikeout against Crawford.
So one out here in the 7th inning. Josh Reddick, the batter. He's 0 for 2. He's popped out to second base, grounded out to first. Swing and a miss. That one's by him, and it's 0-2. Trying to elevate. And there's ball 1, 1-2. Williams has been joined now by Daniel Bard. One out in the 7th inning and a 1-2 to Reddick. Fouled back, still 1-2. Reddick has popped out, grounded out in 2 at-bats tonight against Bevan. Jason Varitek waits on deck. Reddick will foul this off Bard.
Bard has that hockey mask type helmet. Jolts him pretty good.
Well, immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC, Nick Cafardo, and Heidi. Get a breakdown of Josh Beckett's outing, including his take on tonight's performance. Plus, you'll have the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. One out in the 7th inning. Josh Reddick down 1-2 as he fouls another one off to the left. Swinging a foul. That's 90 pitches now for Bevan with one out here in the 7th inning. Down and in, 2-2. Bevan has not walked anybody tonight. 4 strikeouts. Red Sox have gotten to him for 6 hits, but so far no runs. Red Sox have left 5 men on base for the first 6 innings. In the air to left as Karp comes in a few steps. 2 down in the inning. Tomorrow's all-new Ultimate Red Sox show with Heidi Watney, presented by Arbella Insurance, comes to you from the Cloud of Funds Rotten Tomato Karaoke Fundraiser, where Heidi talks to Ken Casey, the Dropkick Murphys. She'll also take a look at the Eastern League All-Star Game, John Lester's 3D game, and much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show tomorrow at noon before Red Sox Mariners coverage. There's Jason Varitek with 2 outs in the 7th inning. He is flied out to center and lined out to second base. He's going to swing and a miss on a fastball up. Swing and a miss. Again they go up, and again he swings. 0-2.
Bevan right now pitching with a lot of confidence. Coming right after these Red Sox hitters. He's done so all night.
Varitek fouls it off. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. 2 outs in the home half of the 7th inning. Red Sox trailing the Mariners 1-0. Blake Bevan with a 1-2 pitch, going back up again, and Varitek not chasing. 2-2. Marco Scutaro on deck. Varitek lines it into center field, a base hit. A 2-out single for Jason Varitek. His first hit of the night. Red Sox have their 7th hit of the night.
Now Varitek laying off a high fastball, then gets a fastball down in the zone on the outside part of the plate and takes it into center field for the base hit.
Bevan up to 98 pitches, just beyond his average. Keep in mind this is only his 4th major league start. He has 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Varitek at first, and he'll now deal with Marco Scutaro, who was flied out to left and single. There's ball 1. Action in the Mariners pen for the first time tonight. Aaron Laffey. David Pauly has just joined Aaron Laffey. Former Red Sox right-hander warming in the pen as Red Sox trying to get to Bevan here in the 7th. Scutaro down the right field line. Ichiro will not get it. It will bounce around up into the crowd. A ground rule double. And it's 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. This has happened fast. The 8-9 men for the Red Sox getting it done.
The fan reach over the fence and catch this ball, or did it bounce in the stands? There's the bounce.
Ooh, looks like he reached over.
It looks like he reached over. If he lets that ball go and stays in play, it's a run for the Red Sox. Isn't that fan interference?
I would think so.
And if it is,
that wasn't the indication by the umpire. That's the only thing.
That's exactly right. But if it is fan interference, then the umpires place the runners where they think they would have ended up. One more look. This ball was not going to go into the stands. Fan reached over, made the play before it bounced again against the wall.
No doubt about it.
And that cost the Red Sox a run. Varitek would have scored from first base on that because Ichiro was backing off.
So it is 2nd and 3rd with 2 down as Carl Willis, the pitching coach, is out to talk to Bevan. Ellsbury to right, down the line towards the pole, but foul. That one hooks away, and it's strike 1 to Jacoby Ellsbury, who's out ahead. Broke the bat in the process. Varitek at 3rd base, Scutaro at 2nd base, 2 down. Red Sox trailing by a run as they bat in the 7th inning. Ellsbury takes ball 1, 1-1. Red Sox left Pedroia at 2nd base in the 1st. They had Ortiz thrown out at the plate to end the second. They left Ellsbury at third in the third. Now they have second and third, 2 down here in the seventh. Ellsbury is down to the count, 1-2. We'll talk about the seventh inning in the Red Sox. Jacoby Ellsbury has 4 home runs in the seventh inning this year for the Red Sox. He bats here in the seventh with 2 outs and runners at second and third.
Well, they'll take a nice little single right here.
Up the middle into center field, a base hit. Veritek will score. Here comes Scutaro to put the Sox on top, 2-1. Jacoby Ellsbury driving in a pair.
Well, there's that seventh inning magic again. 2 quick outs in the inning, then the single, the double. And with 2 strikes on Ellsbury, a base hit up the middle to give the Red Sox the 2-1 lead. Very impressed by Bevan tonight.
Red Sox have taken a 2-1 lead. The pitching change for the Mariners. Two to one, Red Sox on top of the Mariners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And Dustin Pedroia batting with Jacoby Ellsbury at first base. He'll be trying to get into scoring position. And a throw over Ellsbury back to the bag.
And try to go as early as you possibly can and give Pedroia a full at bat to try to drive him in if everything works out well.
There's strike one. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. As David Pauley into the game, former member of the Red Sox. Starting capacity and relieving. 38th appearance of the year. 5-4. The 2.06 earned run average. Has lots of work. Opponent's hitting at just 193 against Pauley. He's had a nice season as they throw to first and Ellsbury back to the bag. Runner goes and a line drive base hit. Ellsbury just keep on going as he'll take third. Ringing single for Dustin Pedroia, his second hit of the night.
Have a look at both hits. Ellsbury first to drive in 2 runs. He gets a fastball right there, up and away, kind of hooks it up the middle for the base hit. And then Dustin Pedroia with Jacoby Ellsbury off at first base, the second base being headed toward the second base bag. He finds the hole, and Ellsbury continues on the third base.
So first and third and 2 down. And out comes Eric Wedge again to make a change. Paulie's going to face one batter. And they'll make the switch with Adrian Gonzalez coming up. So it's 2-1 Red Sox, looking for more as they bat here in the 7th. Pitching change from Fenway Park. Well, it is 2-1 Red Sox on top of the Mariners. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Mariners use their third pitcher of the inning. Adrian Gonzalez batting with runners at first and third as he takes ball 1. The pitcher is Aaron Laffey. His 31st appearance, 1-1 with a 2.39 earned run average. 21 strikeouts, 12 walks, and opponents hitting at 270 against Laffey. Ellsbury at third base, Pedroia at first base. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Time call. Gonzalez fouls it off to the left. Adrian struck out in the first inning, fouled out in the third, doubled in the 6th inning. Blake Bevan, who pitched so well tonight in the 7th inning, is now on the hook for the Mariners. That is inside, and it's 2-1. Bevan goes 6 2/3, 9 hits. Still responsible for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's at third base, but he pitched great. Two-1 is in the dirt. This gets away. Ellsbury will score. Throw gets away. Pedroia will take third.
When things are going bad for a ball club, things go real bad. And here's a case where they go real bad. The stolen base for Pedroia at second base. The ball gets away from the catcher. Ellsbury scores. The throw gets by the pitcher who's covering home. And Pedroia continues on to third base.
Stolen base for Pedroia. They charge an error to Bard, the catcher. And a 3-1 now to Gonzalez is ball 4. So Adrian down to first base. The run that scores is charged to Bevan. So it is 6 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4, and he is now on the hook. Came in at 1-1 in his major league career. But should be proud of what he did tonight against the Red Sox.
As I said earlier, Don, I was very, very impressed with the work of Bevan in this ball game tonight. He did not look intimidated. He did not look afraid, or Fenway Park or the Red Sox lineup. He challenged them and had a very good night for himself.
Here is Kevin Youkilis, who takes strike 1 from Aaron Laffey. Youkilis struck out in the first inning, lined out in the 4th, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning. Did he go? No, says Jeff Kellogg. And that's a ball and a strike to Kevin Youkilis. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Youkilis didn't like it as it grabs the inside corner. More action for the Mariners. Jamie Wright, right-hander, up in the pen. Already seen Pauly and Laffey in relief in this inning. One-two is up the middle and picked in the backhand by Ackley. Flips to Ryan for the out that ends the inning. But the Red Sox scored 3 times and take a 3-1 lead. TC, Nick Cavardo, and Heidi will have the final word from Fenway and look ahead to Tim Wakefield's start in tomorrow's series finale with the Mariners. He makes his second bid for his 199th career win. Plus highlights from all the games around the majors is coming up right after the game, only on NESN. It's 3-1. Red Sox on top of the Mariners as we head to the top half of the eighth. And Daniel Bard in for the eighth. 47th appearance, 1-4 with a 1.89 earned run average. 46 strikeouts. Point sitting at just 160 against him in last 22 games, 23 innings, no runs. And there's strike one to Dustin Ackley. And a good night against Beckett. He had 2 hits and 3 tries. Ball and a strike now to Ackley. That's inside, and it's 2-1. Bard retired, the only batter, and stranded a runner in the 8th inning in last night's game. And extended his career-long scoreless inning streak to 23 innings. In his last 22 games, hasn't given up a run since May 27th. This one is fouled off, 2-2. In fact, he's only given up 13 base runners in that span. 22 strikeouts in his last 23 innings. Just outside. That looked pretty good. Full count.
Bard trying the slider with 2 strikes and just apparently missing the outside corner. Back to the fastball.
And it's lined to left center field. That'll get in for a base hit. Jacoby Ellsbury over to play, but Ackley's got his 3rd hit of the game. He's had a nice night.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. We'll take a look at 3 of Josh Beckett's strikeouts on the night. A fastball doing the honors right there. That time the changeup from Beckett. And a fastball right there for the 3rd strikeout. Another great outing for Josh Beckett tonight.
9th time this season Beckett has gone 7 or more innings. And a chance for his 9th win of the year. Here's Justin Smoke with 1 on, nobody out. And Smoke takes ball 1 inside. Outside 2-0. Bard's 47th outing of the year, 2nd most in the American League. Ready with a 2-0 pitch. That is inside, 3-0. Daniel Bard has given up 2 runs at home at Fenway Park all season. As he will walk Smoke on 4 pitches. 2 on, nobody out. Well, tonight, following our Red Sox coverage, I want to remind you to join Randy Scott from NESN Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. With the latest on the NFL lockout, Bruins captain Zdeno Chara enters an arm wrestling event in his 2nd day with the Cup. Plus college hoops on an aircraft carrier. We'll have the craziest sports news from around the globe. It's all this and much more on NESN Daily tonight, following our Red Sox coverage on NESN. Pinch runner Sean Figgins, who we've not yet seen in the series. He's really been struggling, and he will pinch run here for Justin Smoke at first base. 2 on and nobody out in the inning. Adam Kennedy drops the bunt down. Bard will go to third, and he's safe. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. An aggressive move, but Youkilis couldn't get back to the bag, it appeared.
Yeah, it didn't look like Youkilis got his foot on the bag. The ball was there in time, but Youkilis was not. You see Youkilis charging, then he has to get back to the third base bag. Here comes the throw. He's reaching for it, but he didn't get there in time. Well, did he? Very close play at third base. Does his toe get on the bag before the foot?
Well, it looks like it did.
It looks like it did.
They rule it a sacrifice. Bases loaded, nobody out. Mike Karp, who got the Mariners on the board and gave Seattle a 1-0 advantage with a home run in the 7th inning. Here he is with a chance here. Mariners trailing by 2. Karp lifts it in the air to shallow left. Crawford coming in. He will make the catch for the first out here in the 8th inning. So 1 down. Bard having to work his way out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation, and he's got 1 out. The action behind Bard in the pen. Randy Williams back up again, joined by Alfredo Aceves. Jack Cust fouling the first pitch off. Cust doubled in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 5th, struck out in the 7th. Had 2 of the 7 strikeouts Beckett had in 7 innings of work tonight. There's ball 1, 1-1. Cust 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts against Bard in his career. Ackley, Figgins, and Kennedy on the base paths. 1 out in the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Blew that one by him at 99, and it's 1-2.
Challenge time from Daniel Bard. The 99-mile-an-hour fastball by Jack Cust. When they get ahead of him, they like to go upstairs against him.
9 plate appearances with the bases loaded this season for Cust. He's walked 6 times. So he's down here 1-2. And strikes out. 2 down in the 8th.
Now Bard follows up a 99 fastball with a slider to the outside corner to pick up the 2nd out. Downright nasty.
Two down in the 8th. Base is still loaded for Franklin Gutierrez. He struck out, fouled out, and singled. There's strike one. And the Mariners come in having lost 13 straight games. Had a 1-0 lead tonight in the 7th. They trail 3-1. They have the bases loaded here. They had them loaded with nobody out. Got them loaded now with 2 outs in the inning. The 0-1 pitch to Gutierrez. On the ground at third. Euclid has got it. He'll go to first base, and Bard gets out of the mess. The Red Sox head to the bottom of the 8th on top 3-1. Mariners finally get on the board against Beckett as Carp able to hit a home run for the Mariners. Mike Carp to begin things in the 7th inning. Josh Beckett tonight goes 7 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 7. Carps with a chance for his 9th win of the year as the Red Sox rally for him at the bottom of the 7th inning. With the bases loaded, it is Jacoby Ellsbury, the base hit, scores 2 runs, and the Red Sox with a 3-1 advantage in this game as we head to the last half of the 8th inning. Some changes for the Mariners. Sean Figgin stays in the game at third base, and moving from third base to first base is Adam Kennedy as Justin Smoke was pinch run for by Figgins. Aaron Laffey out there to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 0-1 to Ortiz. On the ground right side. Ackley, the second baseman, throws out Ortiz for the first out of the 8th. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every Red Sox home run, Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. 1 out in the 8th for Carl Crawford. As Crawford takes a pitch inside, ball 1. They singled back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's grounded out and struck out. Chopped softly right side. Kennedy flips to the pitcher. Laffey gets his foot in just in time.
Oh, what a nice play there by Kennedy and Laffey. Kennedy having to charge that ball with all the speed of Carl Crawford and then make a throw that's just about behind him. Laffey doing his job covering first base. Leads the pitcher a barehanded play. 2 fine plays right there. And another very close play at first base. Been a lot of close ones tonight.
2 down here in the 8th. And Josh Reddick, the batter. Reddick takes ball 1. Jonathan Papelbon getting ready for the top half of the 9th inning. It'll be Bard, the catcher, Suzuki, Ichiro at the top of the order, and Brendan Ryan. Dustin Ackley, if anybody gets on in the 9th. Works out to be 9-1-2 for Seattle. As Reddick takes the strike, and it's 1-1.
Now Seattle had 2nd and 3rd with 1 out in the 6th inning. They couldn't score. Bases loaded with nobody out in the 8th inning and could not score.
During this stretch, they found all kinds of way to lose games. And tonight, very well pitched game by their starter, Blake Bevan. It's not going to get much better than that. He was outstanding tonight, and Mariners offense really couldn't do much with Beckett. As the 2-1 is on the ground, tough hop for Kennedy. He'll flip behind Laffey, reaches back to make the catch. We head to the 9th. It's 3-1. Red Sox on top. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Toyota's official website for deals by Toyota.com. Grey Goose, your New England Mazda dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, and by your New England Subaru dealers. 3-1, Red Sox on top of the Mariners as we head to the top half of the 9th inning. Jonathan Papelbon in to close it here for the Sox after Beckett goes 7. Daniel Bard goes an inning. And here is Papelbon for the 9th. His 42nd appearance is 2-0. 3.76 earned run average. 22 out of 23 in save opportunities. 55 to 8 in strikeout to walk ratio. And opponent sitting at 241 against Papelbon. So here we go. Yes, we'll have a pinch hitter, Miguel Olivo, who caught last night's game. Will pinch hit here for Bard in the 9th inning. We go with 220, 13 homers, 44 runs batted in. Bard had been 0 for 3 in the game tonight. In the air to shallow center. Ellsbury coming in full bore. Will dive and make the catch. No. Dropped it as he went into a tumble. Had it and lost it in center field, and Olivo was aboard.
It looks like when he made contact with the ground is when it popped out. Looks like it was going to be an outstanding play out there by Jacoby Ellsbury. Looks like he gets the glove on it, but then when he hits the ground, it pops out. He was not able to close that glove up before he hit the grass. Right there, couldn't quite close the glove up before hitting the grass, and the ball pops out.
So Olivo aboard. He is 3 for 3 as a pinch hitter this year, and on at first base to get it started. Mariners are bringing the tying run to the plate now in Ichiro. There's ball one. Ichiro has grounded out, flied out, singled, and walked, and has been on base each of the last 2 times he's been up. This one fouled off, and it's 1-1. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Evo at first, nobody out here in the 9th. Ichiro pops it up. Yuko is coming from third, and he will make the catch. 1 down in the 9th. It's a big out as they get Ichiro.
Fastball ties up Ichiro inside, and the weak little pop-up down that third base line. Youkilis going hard to the line to make the play, and does make it. That fastball just exploded on Ichiro inside.
So 1 down, Brendan Ryan coming up. Ryan with a single back in the 6th inning, a 1-for-4 night. Ryan has faced Papelbon once, 0 for 1 in his career against Pap. Ryan almost ducked into the pitch. Didn't go. Almost swung too.
He was thinking about swinging, then that ball just kept firing inside on him and just missed hitting his right arm.
Runner goes as there is ball 2. And taking second base is Olivo. Credit Olivo with stolen base. Two 2-0 the count to Brendan Ryan. Swing and a miss. Fastball up at 96, and Ryan can't catch up.
Ryan not happy. He swung at this pitch. That ball well out of the strike zone. Could have been a 3-0 count, and instead 2-1.
Mariners have lost 13 games in a row. Trail 3-1 with 1 out in the 9th. Fouled off, 2-2. Reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our NESN studios. One out, runner at second base. 2-2 the count to Brendan Ryan. In the air to left. This is back towards the monster seats, and it's going to be a foul ball. Just foul. Ball died, and to the left of the pole, foul ball for Brendan Ryan.
Little bit of a hanging breaking ball that time from Papelbon. You can see it go down in the corner and go foul. Look at the eyes, hoping that ball stays fair. He thought maybe he had enough to get it out of the ballpark. Then the frustration of the foul ball call.
First look, I thought he had a real good chance.
Yeah.
Instead, a 2-2 count. Bit of a scare. Two-two pitch to Ryan. This one sent foul off to the right. 96 from Papelbon. Beckett goes 7 innings, giving up 1 run. Daniel Bard, an inning, giving up no runs, got out of the bases loaded, nobody out, jam that he got himself into. Now Papelbon has 1 out in the 9th. Mariners have Olivo at second base, tying run at the plate. And Veritek headed to the mound. The 2-2 pitch. Line foul down the right field line. And the at-bat continues for Brendan Ryan.
I'll say one thing about Ryan. He doesn't get cheated. He takes a full hack. A lot of pitches up in the zone here from Papelbon against Ryan. He's had some pretty good swings.
One out, Olivo at second base. Ryan settling back into the box here. 2-2 the count. And Veritek's going to have to go back out again.
Now the only pitch that Papelbon has not thrown to Ryan has been a split-fingered fastball. He's thrown him fastballs. He threw him that hanging slider that he hit foul down the left field line. Has not thrown him a splitter.
Ready now, the 2-2 pitch to Brendan Ryan. Little bloop that Pedroia will catch in the air. 2 down in the 9th.
Back to the slider goes Papelbon, and the good one this time keeps it away from Ryan and gets that little soft line drive out to second base. No hanger that time.
A good battle by Ryan, but in the end, Papelbon wins the battle. And there's 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Dustin Ackley, who's had a very good night, 3 hits. 2 against Beckett, 1 against Bard. Levo at second. The pitch to Ackley. There's ball 1. Mariners have gone 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position in the game tonight. Got a Levo at second base. There's strike 1, 1-1. Papelbon had a 1-2-3 9th inning last night. Pick up his 22nd save. He's tied for 5th among AL save leaders. Down and in, 2-1.
There's the first splitter that Papelbon has thrown this inning.
Sean Figgins is not batted in the game. Pinch ran in the 8th and took over at third base, hoping he gets a chance to bat in the 9th. There's a 2-1 pitch. Ackley thought about it, but does not pull the trigger. We'll check, and he did go, says Eric Cooper. How about that? It's 2-2. Mariners down to their last strike. Papelbon with a 2-2 pitch. Hey, struck him out, and the Red Sox win. Papelbon strikes out Ackley, and Terry Francona gets his 1,000th win. 57th on the all-time list in wins. Of course, he is second in Red Sox history, only to Joe Cronin, but 1,000 now as a major league manager. His managerial career started with the Philadelphia Phillies, and most of those wins coming here in Boston. He has 1,000 now for Tito. Now a save for Jonathan Papelbon, and Bob's Discount Furniture will be stepping up to the plate again for the Jimmy Fund. Bob's Discount Furniture will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every Red Sox game saved. So far this season, Bob's Discount Furniture has donated a total of $26,000 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. Now the Red Sox with a nice win here tonight, coming from behind, and again, Jerry, it's in the 7th inning.
Well, and it's all about the pitching too tonight, Don. You know, the Red Sox did score the 3 in the 7th, but you got Beckett with another outstanding performance. You've got Bond getting out of a bases-loaded situation with nobody out, and then Papelbon closing it out. Another good win for the Red Sox, and that puts them 3 now ahead of the New York Yankees.
It is the 9th win for Josh Beckett, the 14th straight loss for the Mariners. For Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney, I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from Fenway. Join us again tomorrow afternoon for the series finale with the Mariners. Tim Wakefield will be on the mound. Coverage begins on Yankee Way at 12:30. This has been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. Let's sit it now to the NESN HD Television Center with Tom Caron.